You hear me or you listening? You ever had the truth so raw it didn't sound like words? It felt like somebody slapped your soul with a Bible and a middle finger at the same time. Let me say that again. You ever had the truth so raw it didn't even sound like words? It sounded like somebody slapped your whole soul with a Bible and a middle finger at the same time. Like your spirit got jumped in the back alley by a sentence you wasn't ready for. See, I ain't talking about hearing like, oh, that's deep. I'm talking about hearing like, damn. That just evicted the weak version. The weak version of me, I've been renting space for years. Some of y'all ain't deaf. You just got pride so loud, truth needs subtitles to get through to you. You don't listen to grow. You listen to reply. So you can keep your little Instagram philosophy. You can keep that intact. And your fragile confidence undisturbed, you can keep that intact. But I can promise you this, and let me tell you this. The loudest one in the room usually got the most unprocessed pain. They speak like prophets before the napkins when the correction comes dressed in a whisper. You keep calling it boundaries, but it's really just your avoidance in a cute outfit. You ain't protecting your peace, boo. You ducking accountability and designer. Growth ain't a podcast vibe and a fresh notebook. It's a spiritual mugshot. And the only reason you ain't evolving is because you keep trying to Photoshop your way out of a hard truth. So real listening, that'll cancel your subscription to your victimhood. And that's why you avoid it. See, the truth don't knock. It kicks the damn door in, barefoot, bleeding, dragging your comfortable zone. By the hair, yelling, let's talk. Say it again. Real listening will cancel your subscription on victimhood. That's why you avoid it. Truth don't knock. It kicked that door in, barefoot, bleeding, dragging your comfortable zone. By the hair, yelling, hey, let's talk. Some of y'all want healing with conditions. I'm listening, but only if you say it nice. And only if it doesn't sting. Only if it validates my mess before it cleans it up. Let me say that again. Some of y'all want healings with conditions. I'm listening, but DP, you say that too rough. I don't like the way you talk to me. It's your tone. It only avoids the mess before it cleans it up. See, the truth don't do tone checks. You want growth? Then let that truth come in like a repo man, unapologetically and on a mission. Because let's be real, when you've been ignoring God's clarity, because it ain't sound like a healed girl air quote, you kept crying out for clarity. But the second it don't come dressed like your homegirl with edge control and encouragement, you label it toxic. Let me say that again. You keep crying out for clarity. Just depend on who's saying it to you. But the second it don't come dressed up like your homegirl with edge control and encouragement, you label that shit toxic. You want healing like you want hugs. Your growth will glitter, and your truth with a soft voice and a scented candle. I'm gonna get this one for Angie because she say it a little bit like this, but baby, God don't always send your answers in the bonnet at brunch time invites. Sometimes she show up with no makeup, no filter, and the mirror so sharp, it cut the version of you you've been trying to protect since that last heartbreak. You don't want you don't want wisdom, you want a lullaby. But growth, she don't sing. She drag you out your excuses by the roots and make you watch. That convo, that one that offended you, that was the classroom. The disagreement you ran from, that was the upgrade. But you logged out, muted the blessing, and called your echo chamber self-care. Your ass ain't healing. You hoarder in pain and calling it a personality. You don't need another playlist. You need to stop play listening like your trauma is your top 5. See, truth don't do trigger warnings. It do renovations. And baby, that weak-ass ego got to get evicted for the new you to move in. So ask yourself this. Are you listening to be moved or to maintain? Are you listening to involve or just to edit? Because that ear that changes your life ain't got time for comfort. It wants confrontation. It wants contradiction. It wants conviction that pulls you past your life support. It ain't about hearing no more. It's about hearing different. Excuse me. So shut the fuck up. Sit with the silence and let the truth do the surgery on the self you've been protecting too long. Because your next level, it ain't one of these motivational talks. It ain't no damn quote. And you ain't in your therapist's waiting room. It's buried underneath that bullshit you call identity. And until you learn like your life depends on it, you're going to keep auditioning for breakthroughs that require a spine. Your ass ain't grown yet. Let me say that again. Until you listen like your life depends on it, you're going to keep auditioning for breakthroughs that require a spine. Your ass ain't grown yet. So I don't know if you heard me or are you listening. Let your next move be your best move, and let your actions define your character. Because with that being said, hold your head up, poke your chest out, and handle that shit. Hello. Peace out.